Welcome. My name is Georgia Scanlon. I'm a wellness coach and personal trainer at Health on Track. Uh, the program outline, program is here to support you reset habits that aren't serving you and start living a healthier, happier, and more energized life. So what are you doing right now that's not in line with that? Is that what you want? I think most people want to feel a little bit better right now. The lockdown is certainly having some effect on a lot of people. I don't know too many people that aren't, that are thriving right now in this time, and it's really wearing very thin. So what can we focus on? What can we control? We're going to focus on getting a plan together, an individualized plan that you've set up for yourself. We're going to look at your goals and set up the pathways to success. Every week, we're going to have a weekly information webinar to support you to learn new things and also just to keep you in touch with moving forward, learning, all of those wonderful things. So, the webinars next week is actually changed from nutrition to movement, and the week after is nutrition. So just keep that in mind. Movement is great stress relief. We all know that we need to do it for so many things, including our immune system, and to reduce the stress in our life and just to be looking after ourselves. But just keep in mind when it comes to movement that we need to celebrate our bodies, not hurt them. And right now, we've all not moved for a really long time. So progressing into a movement and exercise is really important, and not going in health leather and then ending up with some injuries. So no one needs that right now. And then you will expect some inspiration, some motivation through our Facebook support group as well, and our community, for some accountability as well. And I would love for you all to engage in the Facebook group. We are going to have a little prize for the person at the end that has engaged the most, that has been the biggest cheerleader of everyone involved. It's all about encouragement, motivation, inspiration. Please add value into the group. It really helps everyone stay in touch with their health and wellbeing goals if we're in it together with community and connection. Things to remember your workbook to our weekly Thursday night webinar at 8 p.m. Remember that your goals and the habits that you have set are flexible and interchangeable. We want to create a lifestyle that suits us, that's in line with our values. How do we want to live? What are we trying to achieve? And what goals, habits are in line with that? So that is the importance of setting a vision as well. So make sure you bring that book so you can make changes as the time goes on. The habits that you might implement are experiments and can be adjusted at any time. So just remember that. Make sure you bring in your book so you can update them as we go. And if you're unable to make it, that's totally fine. Just make a time, diarize it where it is okay for you to rewatch this webinar. So this one's a little bit more of a longer one, Thursday night, because we've got a really small group, which is amazing because we can make it a little bit more personalized and not so broad with everyone. If we had 25 people, we wouldn't have been able to do that individualized attention so much. So that's awesome. And next week will probably be about half an hour for the webinar by the time we kind of check in, see where everyone's at, and then add the value of your learning and motivation for the week ahead. So it's really important to make the commitment to the Thursday night if you can, just to keep you on track, inspired and motivated throughout the 4 weeks. Make sure you do your homework. The slide's gone. Make sure you do your homework and commit to yourself. Even if it's, if you put in your diary 5, 10, 15 minutes a day to work on you, that's an amazing start from where we're at right now. Some group rules, guys, just try and keep this really confidential. We want to make sure that the group has a sense of trust and safety, that we can all be ourselves and we're all learning about ourselves and the journey that we're going on to create our life that we're looking for and to upgrade what we're doing right now. Remember that life goes through ebbs and flows, and to be gentle on yourself. It's okay to mess up, or not, maybe consciously make a decision to eat chocolate because you feel like that's something you want to do, or but don't be hard on yourself. Just know that that might be in line with a couple of glasses of water, and that you're looking to upgrade your health every day, because the more that you're in tune with yourself and going easy on yourself, the more likely you're going to create and stick to those habits. So where are you at right now? How have you gone getting yourself set up so far? I hope that a lot of you have done a little bit of thinking around a vision and some goals. We talked last night around vision and goal setting, and a lot of people have designed their vision and set them more up as goals. So a vision is something that inspires you. It's something that you're connected with, a paragraph or a sentence on how you might like to feel living your perfect balanced lifestyle. So what are you looking for in that? Is it, I would like to live with energy, confidence, to move my body every day and have connection with my family and friends. I would like to be uplifted and have a spark in my life, and living with energy, something like that. I'll put some examples in. Not very good at thinking off the top of my head like that, but and then once you've got that vision, you can then go into what goals need to be in line with that. So when you've got energy, something, confidence, and what are the goals that you're going to need to get energy? So we all know that if you're eating well, you're getting better energy. If you're sleeping well, you've got better energy. So that's when you go, right, I need to set my habits. And setting habits are like, right, every night I'm going to go to bed at 9 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock, whatever it might be. What are you doing now, and what can you do? If you're going to bed right now at midnight, then setting the habit of going to bed at 9 o'clock's maybe a little bit of a stretch. Just gradually step it back. Go from 11 o'clock to 10 o'clock, or do half an hour if that's what suits you. If you want to live with energy, you need to be getting good sleep. We all know that. So have you filled out your pre-reboot as well? How are you feeling right now? Do a little assessment on yourself so that at the end of the 4 weeks or 6 weeks, you can reassess where you're at. What have you gained from even the smallest habits will make you feel so much better, even if it's you're just committing to going to bed at a time that you choose and drinking water every single day, and that's your commitment, drinking lots of 2 liters of water every day, maybe that's your goal. Then I know last night a lot of people were saying that they wanted to create some me time, some time to do what they needed to do. So in that, you would need to put in, right, when my baby goes to bed at 10 o'clock in the morning for their nap, the first thing I'm going to do is sit down and have a cup of tea and read a book for 10 minutes. And then you go and do your job. So you've taken a moment of time to replenish yourself after the morning. You've got your 10 minutes, you've read a book, you've done something for you, and then you move into your chores. The chores are always going to be there. There's always a million of them. So just make sure that you've got that sacred time for you. And then really nail your vision. Do some really great work on that so that you know where you're going, what you want to do. Predict some obstacles that might get in the way, and how you're going to solve them. So that's on the next page. So when you're setting up a vision, it's like setting up, where are you going to go in the world? If you're going to go travel somewhere, you're going to find your destination, then you're going to work out how to get there. And that's really what a vision is. It helps you to have structure and a concrete plan. And a lot of the time, the reason why people struggle to meet their goals is because they haven't set their plan up very well. And they jump in too quickly without the plan beforehand. So that's what we're working on this week. So get super clear on what you're trying to create. How can you see as far as 12 months? Who would you like to be at your best? What would you be doing? What are your actions? Why is this important to you? I've got clients that say, well, if I don't change what I'm doing right now, I'm going to get diabetes and I'm going to die. And that's not what I want right now. So why is it important for you? Is losing weight or increasing your energy? Is that because you want to have more connection with your children and be energized, where you can run around with them in the backyard and create those magic moments. Why is it important to you to create this vision and put this work in towards yourself? See the obstacles. What gets in the way? What are some of your strategies to navigate this? How ready are you to change? And how do you know what can help you move forward right now? So this is a great way in this group that we've put together for you to work out how to move forward right now. And be committed. So you've got this group of people that, we're accountable. We're going to be keeping each other accountable. We're setting goals together. A lot of us feel the same way. So it's nice to be in a group that you're not alone. I know that one of the girls last night said it was just nice to hear that everyone's going through something similar. So I didn't feel so alone. And because we've got the support, we can move forward. In 3 months from now, which are the habits that you will be doing for the next 3 months to achieve your vision? What are your SMART goal behaviors, and how exciting are these to you? So what are the habits that you might look at? What are the habits that are in line with this? Definitely spend a bit of time in what is going to work. There's no point in saying, I'm going to exercise every single day and I'm going to drink 2 liters of water. I'm going to change my breakfast, lunch, and dinner to perfect meals. When you're not doing that right now, pick 2 to 3 things that you can achieve right now in this time. So if just upgrade what you're doing simply, you can always add on. And the reason why we want to make sure that we can achieve it is for our confidence. Because everyone gets a bit scared, or not everyone, but majority of people get a bit scared of setting goals because they're scared of failure. And that is because they haven't really reflected on what they're doing now, and they're making too many changes at once. And when we make too many changes at once, it's really not sustainable for a long period of time because our motivation wears thin. So it's really important that we be easy and kind on ourselves. So when we're looking at goals, we're looking to make them specific. We're making them measurable. We're making them achievable, realistic, and in reality as well, and timely. So when you're setting a goal, it might be, I'm going to work out, I'm going to go for a walk 3 times a week for 30 minutes on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's what your habit is going to be. That's what your goal is. That you're going to do it. It's specific, it's measurable, it's achievable because you're doing it twice already. So 1 more day is amazing. And it's realistic. It fits into your time because you've already looked at your diary. And then it's timely because you've gone per week. So that's how you kind of set up your SMART goals. What can you do now? What is the detailed plan? What are this week's SMART goals and actions? What are they for this week? So what can you do right now in the next week? And then think about how confident you are of achieving those actions on those specific days and times, and why. So this is where you can see your health plan worksheet, which is in the resource section, and you can start mapping out what your plan looks like for the next week. It might be for the next 4 weeks that you could do that plan, and I would probably print off 4, and so that each webinar we can make adjustments if it didn't work. But when you're looking at it, you're like, right, well, I can 100% commit. I would like everyone to go 8 out of 10 chance that I am going to absolutely get this goal, so that you're always achieving, you're always feeling good about yourself. I hope that makes sense. Think about success. How will you feel when you achieve all of this and you're feeling really good? What will you be doing? How can you increase your positive self-talk? What are you going to do for your mindset? What are your past successes and what are your strengths? Celebrate and forgive. Remember, it is so important to celebrate yourself when you've achieved. Give yourself a gold star. tick off your habits. It always feels good to tick for me. I know that some of my clients set up, well, if I've lost this amount of weight by then I'm going to put, instead of drinking the wine, I'm going to put $20 or $15 in a jar, whatever you spend on your wine, and it's going to build up over time. And then I'm going to go shopping, because I'm going to have lost all of this weight and I'm going to go shopping. I might even hire myself a stylist. Like, how cool is that? In 12 months' time, that's what I'm going to do. I reckon, making sure you celebrate, and just remember, this is a life journey of working on ourselves. So just make sure that you're forgiving yourself and having fun. Like, it's just okay to eat the chocolate wine, have the glass of chocolate wine. Good one. It's hard talking to myself. Just make sure that you're going easy on yourself. Life's short. It's about a journey. It's about having fun, and working on ourselves, I believe, should never, ever end. So some happy habits to think about. The news right now is just terrible, really. It's the same thing every day. The numbers just get higher and higher. What else? There's some horrid choices in behavior out there, and in my opinion, and I know that there's some really desperate people also, and there's also some really angry people, and everyone's dealing with that in their own way. But if it's not, I just think that if you're spending a lot of time on the news and then you're feeling worried and down and upset and stressed about the impacts of that, then maybe thinking about turning it off or reducing your amount of time you're spending on there is really good. For me, I do like to have an idea about it, but I limit myself to once a week, and then I balance it out with something that's really positive. So you might do listen to the news, you might do a meditation. If you have developed an affirmation or something that you listen to that makes you feel good, I like an I am affirmation. I am inspired. I am dedicated. I am energized. I am a mother that is blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So you can do a little bit of work around your affirmation that you tell yourself after listening to the news, or put on some great music, light a candle, make your room, your space feel nice, because that's what you're giving to you and your family. So, read and listen to music, or, inspired inspiration, so that you can feel motivated throughout your day. I know I do a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts. So when I'm cleaning, that's the way that I make myself feel better, because I'm listening to positive podcasts. I'm learning at the same time. Sometimes it's around parenting. Sometimes it's about health. Sometimes it's about just going on a journey and feeling uplifted and feeling like I'm worthy, feeling like I can achieve all of those things. So there's a good resource list at the end of your book if you want to check that out. Move smarter, not harder. Move because you appreciate your body. Don't move because you want to hurt yourself, because of maybe you're not enjoying who you are right now. So move like you're looking after yourself. I know I was running on the treadmill this morning and thinking, here I am puffing and I want to stop and I don't want to keep going. And I was like, hang on a moment. There's people on ventilators right now that are feeling like this, but they're not moving. And, enjoy the lungs you've got, and you've got this. Move harder, make it go faster. So I ended up running faster. It's just that mindset shift, right? Once you start feeling a bit of gratitude for who you are and your body, and that you can move, and that you can, puff and pant and sweat and all those things, and doing it from that mindset rather than a torture mindset. Sleep, make time and space to fully unwind, breathe. 10 big deep breaths, slow and controlled breaths can help relieve stress. I actually do this quite a lot, even with my kids. And I learned a new thing off a friend the other day, where they say to their kid to breathe in and breathe out, and then breathe in, and they go around their fingers. And I thought that was really nice. Count vitality, not calories. When I look at food, I look at what it's doing for my body. How is it nourishing, and how my body is going to just be singing when I put this in the inside. So that's how I look at it. I don't look at calories. I don't weigh calories. I just look at the nourishment and the color that's in my food, and that tells me how what to choose and how to choose. So drink more water, at least 2 liters per day. If you're already drinking 2 liters, then I'd encourage you to add another 500 mils. You can often confuse being hungry for thirsty, and then crave caffeine and sugar as well. Get your vitamin D. Seriously, if there's any supplement that I tell my clients to have, it is and Juice Plus, but is vitamin D. If you're just not getting it, your nutrients isn't getting absorbed into your system as well, and it's just really important. I think that majority of people that add a vitamin D supplement into their life will feel a pretty big difference in a short amount of time. So if the sun is not shining and you're inside and it's cold, then definitely make sure that you're getting that vitamin D in some way. Know your boundaries. Often we say yes to everyone else, but not ourselves. So especially as mamas and friends and parents right now, it's everyone's wanting a lot, and will maybe need more once the boundaries or the borders get open. God, they've been shut for so long. Once they get open, then just remember that it's still okay to say no. You don't need to rush out and catch up with every single person out there and have a million parties, and just still remember what you need. So really good time right now to set out the kind of even the boundaries in your life and how you want to live, and who's important, who makes you feel really good in your life when you catch up with them, and the people that don't make you feel good, then just arm's length. Just nurture our beings. So stay connected, stay closer to the people that are a positive influence, and remember who is on your wall. So I've got an interesting story about that one time. I'll tell you. How can we connect? So thinking about that, and then dance, have some fun along the way. Don't make happy habits. I've got an itchy nose today. Don't make happy habits hard work. You don't have to pick all of these, but they're kind of a guideline of things that you can do and choose, and what you can alter, what you're already doing to live well. So goals and intention. Next week, the habits that I have in my day, what are they? So this is where you could get your wellness plan out. What are the habits that you'll have in your day? What are you going to do? You might like to take a few notes first. And how will you track and make sure you're doing them? Be specific, schedule in your diary, and sign your contract. So there's a little contract in there, which is a bit of fun. You might not like to grab a friend or a partner or your trainer and sign that contract with either a consequence and a celebration of what you're going to do if you commit to those habits. So just making sure that they are achievable again, and that you like the sound of them. If you're going, oh no, I can't do that, and I've got a sinking feeling and that's really hard, then that's not the right one for you. Maybe you need to think about what you're doing now and what you can upgrade by 20% even is an amazing upgrade. Okay, so mindset and self-awareness. Where are you right now? How do you want to feel? How stressed are you? Do you have limiting beliefs, and do you get envious and jealous? Often if we're getting envious and jealous, it's because it's actually something that we desire that someone else is doing. So really know that feeling of, I wish I could have that, or that's not fair, and then if that's not fair and I wish I could have that, what could you do to move in the direction of having that feeling? Find out about your values. I've got plenty of tests and resources if you would like to find out what your highest values are, because when we're living with our highest values, we're often feeling the best we can, with connection and looking after ourselves. Find out about your personality. I was telling the girls last night, I love this test by Ruben Gretchen. It really gives some insight on who we are and how our mind works and how we operate, and how to also talk to other people that might be that if you've picked someone of this certain tendency, then how your language can shift. So we'll do the test, and I've also got her audiobook, which I highly recommend listening to, because not only does it help us realize who we are and what we are, but it helps us guide our children, because often it's actually genetic. And so if you're that tendency, then often they are, and then you can help them do things by asking them a certain way. So for me, and I really hate to admit this, but I will, I'm a rebel. So it's rebel, upholder, obliger, and questioner. They're the four. It's a pretty simple and basic test. I know there's a lot bigger range out there and a lot more complicated, but I love this because it's simple and understandable and often relatable. So for me, I'm a rebel. I like to do the opposite to what everyone expects. I know I was really annoyed when I found out that the first time. I did the test 3 times to try and get a different outcome. I did get an upholder at one stage, but I wasn't really, I don't know. Anyway, so upholder is someone that abides by all the rules and will not break them no matter what. And then a questioner is just always needs more information, wants to find out things, wants to do all the research, and wants proof. My husband is questioner. Obliger is someone that is always giving their life away. They're just running after everyone's needs. People know that they can rely on you to do what they need. If they want a lasagna cooked for dinner, would you mind doing that for me? I'd love you to just drop me off a lasagna. Or would you mind going down and picking me up a coffee? Or, mums that are obligers wear themselves out, wear themselves down for their family, never put themselves first, never take moments out for themselves, and then end up burnt out and run down. And that's so common. And so also, as you're going through, you'll find out that you can be a bit of a cross. So I know that I'm probably true blue rebel, but I've got obliger tendencies through learning lessons, through parenting, and you can't just look at yourself really. When that happens, you've got to learn about giving and compromise and all of these things. So anyway, it's a bit of fun. It's nice to find out about, and it's interesting to see how your language switches once you've listened to the audiobook. I'm going to listen to it for a 3rd time over this next month, because it's just fun. It's a really great time also to schedule a morning routine. So what does that look like for you? What are you doing right now? And what feels really good? For me, for instance, as an example, my morning routine is to wake up, go out to the gym. I come in, I turn some music on. I usually light my diffuser or turn my diffuser on or light a candle. And then I chat with the kids, do the breakfast, blah, 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 get them set up for school. And then I have 15 minutes where I've got a magazine or a book, and I just sit down and a coffee. And I sit down and just take that time for me. And then I have my shake. So everyone does that differently, but it's, I've blended in, so I'm feeling really good. And I actually go to bed and I can't wait to wake up in the morning to get started and get into it, because I just feel like I'm setting my day every day up for success. So that's something you can do. So thank you for your time. I would have loved for this to have worked last night, but it didn't. So we got through it anyway, and I hope it was helpful. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks for showing up for yourself for this challenge, and thanks for showing up for me as well. I hope you're feeling clear on where you want to go and why you want to achieve it. And if you don't right now, definitely do the work there over this week and over the weekend. If you have any questions, please feel free to message me on Messenger. I might not get back to you straight away, but I will get back to you. And I would love to see some of the visions up in the group. If we can contribute and be brave and all come from a safe space, then that would be amazing. And next week is movement, not nutrition. Same time, same place. Stay inspired and stay motivated. From Georgia Scanlon. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, I have heaps of recipes and inspo and healthy information to keep you going. And it's just health on track with the dot between each word. So hopefully I will be able to connect with you on there. It'd be great to see you on there. But otherwise, have the most beautiful day, and I will speak to you all very soon. Bye.